the research professionals at the SEC, they understand Bitcoin in particular, and I think are much more comfortable with it now that we've had several years to digest what exactly it is, go through a bear market, go through a bull market, now go through a bit of a bear market. I think watching the ecosystem evolve and actually become even more anti-fragile. You know, we're getting some real tests here. And if the system doesn't break, and I don't think it will, I think that their comfort will increase in a couple of ways. Number one, the infrastructure is there, is robust. Number two, the liquidity is there. I don't think that's going to be disproven here. And number three, the price is down from very lofty levels. So, hey, why not start an ETF after a correction in the market than before? So I actually think the odds are going up now that we've had this correction. Once they understand how renewables are becoming incorporated into the Bitcoin mining ecosystem, and that Bitcoin mining might accelerate the adoption of solar, and I think Elon will come back and be a part of that ecosystem as well.
Central banks may start adding Bitcoin to their holdings, says Cathie Wood of ARK Invest. In this video, Cathie Wood deconstructs all the latest Bitcoin price action and speaks on why she thinks the SEC will accept Bitcoin ETFs by Q4 of this year, how the most recent price crash was a stress test that Bitcoin passed, and how she predicts Elon Musk will jump back into the Bitcoin conversation with solar panel clean energy for Bitcoin mining. Make sure to stick around to the end of the video where Cathie Wood puts her money where her mouth is, and we cover the latest disclosures by ARK Invest that Cathie Wood and their team has been buying Bitcoin this week. Also, only a tiny percentage of my viewers are actually subscribed. If you enjoy crypto content, consider subscribing. It's free and you can always change your mind. Enjoy the video.
The crypto market is coming undone. Last trade was about 35,000 on Bitcoin. What's happening right now and how low do you think it can go?
Well, I think we're in a risk-off period, and for all assets, if you look at the stock market, the more risky or volatile parts of the market have come in dramatically since mid-February, and I think a lot of the concerns have been around inflation. Initially, that was helping Bitcoin because obviously Bitcoin's a very important inflation hedge. You know, it's a rules-based monetary policy, the first global rules-based monetary policy we have ever had. Hugely important reserve currency of the crypto asset ecosystem. But I think what's happening right now is because the stock market, the highly volatile part of the stock market, the innovation-oriented part of the stock market has gone through such a correction, which has been flamed by inflation fears. I think the correlations among volatile assets are going to one right now, and that's including Bitcoin. I think we're in a capitulation phase. Yassine has a dashboard. We were looking at all the indicators this morning. They are all suggesting that we are in the capitulation phase, which is a really great time to buy, no matter what the asset is. A capitulation phase is buy. It's on sale. Now, am I saying 35,000 is the low? You know, if traders, and there are a lot of speculators in Bitcoin, if they are running for the hills just because Bitcoin has broken through a moving average that is important to them, it could continue. But all of our indicators are saying this is capitulation right now. We do believe this is a new asset class and that institutions, they are looking at it right now because the correlations of relative returns and total returns compared to other asset classes tends to be very low over time. And so they have to look at it. Now, ESG might prevent a move in wholesale, but we do believe that once they understand how renewables are becoming incorporated into the Bitcoin mining ecosystem, and that Bitcoin mining might accelerate the adoption of solar, and I think Elon will come back and be a part of that ecosystem as well. Whereas Bitcoin is mathematically metered to top out at 21 million units, and we're approaching 19 million now. So the scarcity factor should increase and support the price. We do believe that is what is going to be supporting the price in here. I believe what happened after he took the position in Bitcoin is he got pushback from institutional shareholders like BlackRock. If you've got Larry Fink, beating the drum on climate change as one of the most important topics and problems of our time, then he was going to have to face those sorts of concerns. I don't think he expected that. And now that he's sorting it out, learning more about the environmental impact, I think he'll come back into the mix. We certainly hope he will. I don't know if he's going to be part of the conference in July or not. He would be a very good addition, because I think he would provide both sides of the equation. How quickly could the adoption of solar accelerate if we introduce mining into that ecosystem? I think now that Gary Gensler is head of the SEC, he's Bitcoin friendly. We know that. He taught courses at MIT before coming back to the SEC. And I think the research professionals at the SEC, they understand Bitcoin in particular, and I think are much more comfortable with it now that we've had several years to digest what exactly it is, go through a bear market, go through a bull market, now go through a bit of a bear market. I think watching the ecosystem evolve and actually become even more anti-fragile. We're getting some real tests here, and if the system doesn't break, and I don't think it will, I think that their comfort will increase in a couple of ways. Number one, the infrastructure is robust. Number two, the liquidity is there. I don't think that's going to be disproven here. And number three, the price is down from very lofty levels. So, hey, why not start an ETF after a correction in the market than before? So I actually think the odds are going up now that we've had this correction. I don't know if it's going to be this year or not. We hear perhaps fourth quarter, but we heard third quarter before that. So as we get closer to the fourth quarter, we'll know how much is being pushed out.
So there's Cathie Wood deconstructing all the recent Bitcoin price action. She's as bullish on it as ever, and if that wasn't enough, in a recent SEC filing by ARK Invest, she has gone and bought just under $20 million worth of Bitcoin. Cathie Wood also recently said the asset's $1 trillion market capitalization is nothing compared to where this will ultimately be. So there you go, Cathie Wood buying the dip. Also interestingly that I wanted to touch on was Cathie Wood saying that Elon Musk is going to jump back into the Bitcoin conversation, unveiling some solar panel clean energy scheme for Bitcoin mining at some point, and I think she has hit the nail on the head and agree with what she has to say. A few tailwinds that would suggest this scenario playing out in the future. First is Elon Musk's ties with Solar City. The founders of it were Elon Musk's cousins, and Tesla acquired Solar City in 2016. What a huge move and publicity wave this could be, announcing Solar City moving into Bitcoin mining to transition it to clean energy. Secondly, recently Michael Saylor tweeted out he hosted a meeting between Elon Musk and the leading Bitcoin miners in North America, and he said they have agreed to form a mining council to promote sustainable and transparent energy usage initiatives, so you can see the gears starting to turn. Thirdly, when Elon Musk tweeted out that Tesla was not going to be accepting Bitcoin for payments anymore, which domino affected the recent crash we have seen in the Bitcoin price, Elon Musk received a huge amount of backlash from the community that he really hasn't seen before. Investors were tweeting out showing they were cancelling their Tesla orders and selling their Tesla stock, so a clean energy solar panel Bitcoin mining initiative from Elon Musk would be a good segue into good public sentiment once again. Food for thought. Anyway guys, let me know what you think about that theory, and if you agree with Cathie Wood. Hope you enjoyed today's video and that provided you with some value. I'll see you all in the next video, and as always, have a great day.